So I'm going to show you guys how I tie up a arrow tail jig. I'm going to do the nightmare pattern, super popular steelhead fishing, even salmon. What I start with is I got a pair of hackle pliers that I modified to fit in the jaws of my Nor-vise. Just makes spinning it up a lot easier. Get those clamped in. I prefer using Schlappen over Chinese saddle hackle. I like the thicker tail it gives. I start by stripping off all the fuzz and garbage off the back, and I'll go ahead and pull back the hackles on it. Leave a little bit of tip showing. And I'll take a piece of medium chenille, line it up with the tip there, and I get those clamped in the hackle pliers. Once I got that, I'll pull everything back together, start spinning. As I spin that up, I'll pull the hackles, get them all straight. Keep giving it some tension. Once I get it spun up where I like it, I'll then take a pair of, or my bobbin, fold that tail over on, pull it out, and that will automatically just twist into itself, forming your tail. Once that's done, you can throw it on the counter, your bench, whatever, and it will hold its shape. I like to brush everything back, get it kind of looking semi-good. Once I got that established, put in my jig head. I'm running an 1/8 ounce. It's typically what I run for my area. Start my thread. I'll make a few passes back and forth with it. Build up a little bit of a body. And I'll take my tail, get my desired length I want. Usually I'll go right around the length of the jig itself, maybe a hair longer. Get it all pulled back where I like it. Trim it off. And I'll tie it on all the way to the front. Work it to the back where I want it. Try to keep everything even from front to back so the body stays the same size throughout. And I'll take some yarn, fold it around the bottom, and then pull that up towards the front, lock it in, pull that back and start working my thread back to get that locked in where I want it. Trim it off. I like to go right down by the tip of the hook, cut it. Then I've been using, I believe it's called Ecstasy or Ecstasy. It's a type of chenille. It's pretty fluffy. When it gets wet, brings on a real thick body. Tie that on up top, pull it back. This I like to palmer or wrap with my hands, so every pass I can just pull that material back so it fills in nice all the way up to the head. I'll go one extra wrap usually, so then it's tight. Lock that in with the thread. Trim that off. I prefer to put a whip finish on it. Usually do a couple sets of 5 on there. Really no need for glue once you do that. That's how I spin up an arrow tail jig.